Hey everyone, this is Krisha Young here, and today I wanted to address a topic that might be a little controversial, but whatever. I am not known for holding anything back, and one of my top values is truth telling and excavating the truth out of my clients and out of the people who I serve, their truth. The truth that lives deeply, deeply, deeply inside of you that maybe you've been denying and you've been holding aside because, just you don't feel as if you can truly live like yourself in this world. And the work that I do with people is to help excavate that and give you basically permission to live who you are as you are, and to show you how brilliant your truth is, and how amazing you are as a human, without all of the complications of conditioning and all the crap that gets piled on us from children, being children, and so on and so forth. So today I wanted to talk about sex, but more specifically, I wanted to talk about self-love. And this is I'm recording this on the eve of Valentine's Day, or sorry, the day after Valentine's Day. It's like Boxing Day, Valentine's Day, the day after Valentine's Day. And, because I'm a big believer in romance. Aphrodite is the goddess that I channel most. And I love sex, and I love cuddling, and I love being intimate with my partner, and having that as a big part of my life. Now, I'm going to get real vulnerable here with you. That wasn't always the case. I had some trauma around that when I was a child. I was exceptionally slut-shamed as a teenager, which I'm sure so many women can relate to, right? Just like, I don't know, I was just experimenting, but also I was really a damaged teenager from, a childhood that wasn't that great. And so I was constantly seeking that love from the outside, and confused sex at that time with love. And unfortunately got a little bit of a reputation in high school about that. And that damaged me a lot. So much so that I basically sort of avoided it for almost 20 years, which is like crazy considering how natural and how sensual and sexy I am, the more I own my own truth, right? Which is what I was saying to you at the beginning of this video. And I know I'm not the only one who struggles with this, or who struggled with this. It's not a struggle for me anymore. And I wanted to share because the journey into self-love includes, especially for women, the loving of your own body and the getting to know of your own body. Okay. So let's talk about masturbation. And I wish there was a better word for that, because it's such a barfy kind of word, but it is what it is. So self-love in that kind of way, right? Self-pleasure. Let's talk about that for a minute here. There's a lot of people who use that as just a tool to release the tension inside of our bodies that we get when we haven't had an orgasmic release for a little while, right? And for myself, it was like a once every few months kind of thing. Yeah. And when I started to recognize that there was a part of me inside of me that was exceptionally being denied, being shut down completely by my own doing, because of the trauma that I had experienced, and because of the stories that I had told myself about how bad sex was and how bad I was as a person to want it, right? And so the journey for me into like loving myself as a woman and loving myself as a human, and thus being able to attract an ideal like male partner for myself for my life and in a pure, true relationship, it meant that I needed to really love myself in ways that were radical and I had never done before. And this video is strictly just going to be about talking about self-love in the physical sense, right? Masturbation. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because, first of all, it's fun. And second of all, so many people need this. Like, you know, this shouldn't be a taboo subject. We all experience sexual desires, and yet it is also one of the most, like, besides money and like politics and religion, like sex is one of those topics that we're just so charged around because we don't understand the magnificence of it. And we have just far too many toxic examples of it in our society, really damaging toxic examples of sex and sexuality in our society. And it is because we are so repressed and because we're not honoring our own truths in that, that we are witnessing so much toxicity in society around that. So my job on the planet is to support people one by one, is to support humanity one by one, to aid in the healing of any negative beliefs and programming and patterns that are stopping you from becoming like who you were put on this planet to be, right? And so when we're talking about self-love and we're talking about masturbation, we're talking about that. We really want to take it from it being something that you just rudimentary do to get off to something that becomes almost like a bit of a ritual or a way for you, especially as a woman, to explore your body more, okay? So there's so many women out there who don't have a healthy relationship with their bodies, right? Like a lot of women, right? A lot of women think that they're overweight. A lot of women think that they're ugly. A lot of women think that they've got problems, and they shy away from being fully expressed as a woman, even in the bedroom, even with a partner that they love and trust, because they've got that shame reel going through their minds. And there are a lot of people out there nowadays, you know, talking about body positive and being a real agent for change around this, which is amazing, and I love it. However, there's still a lot of work for us to do, right? And the more voices we can add to this conversation, the better. And so the self-love element of masturbation is giving you an opportunity to find out what is it that you really enjoy, right? Even if you choose to be single and celibate for a long time, you know, there's still an opportunity for you to be able to experience pleasure on your own. And if you do decide to be with a partner, whether that is in a same-sex relationship or opposite-sex relationship, it doesn't matter. The point is the more you know who you are and what it is that you like, the more you're going to be able to relax and surrender with your partner and thus increase pleasure in the bedroom, right? The more you're able to be like, oh, I know I like this. I know I like to be touched in this way. I know exactly where my G-spot is. I know exactly where to be touched in order to have a clitoral orgasm, right? When you get to know your body, I know, you know that you like, you know, certain, your body to be touched or whatever it is in a certain kind of way. You learn that by giving yourself that pleasure first, right? Having some fun and experimenting with it in order for you to be able to then communicate that with your partner, right? Communicate that with whoever it is that you're being physically intimate with, so that you can heighten your experience with them. And it is such a huge turn on. especially, you know, I mean, my experience is man and woman. And so with men, it's like, oh, wow, she really knows. Not that I date many men, but very few. But there is that, you know, wow, she really knows what she wants. And when you bring that to the table, then they get excited and they want to please you more. And when you know exactly what it is that you want, and this doesn't have to be done in a touch me here, do this, do that kind of way. Oh, no, that is the opposite of what you want. That is toxic feminine in the bedroom. You want it to be more seductive, and you want it to be in the healthy feminine, right? You want it to be more sensual and more flirtatious when you are communicating this in the bedroom. And knowing what it is that you want and being able to communicate that to your partner is a major turn on. And then everybody wins, right? So the experimentation begins with really being surrendered and open to yourself first, right? You will never get to the deep, intimate areas with a partner that you are longing for until you get to those areas within yourself first. You have to deeply, intimately know who you are at your core and be unapologetically okay with being that person, right? And so that's coaching and therapy and some deep inner core work that you can do. And in the bedroom for yourself, that's also exploring your body, having a date with yourself, and just like touching yourself in a way that you maybe have never done before, and experiment with different ways of touching yourself. Experiment with different positions, with different toys, with different like music, with candles, with scents, with fabrics, with lingerie, with whatever it is. You may find that you like this thing and you don't like that thing, you know. You could invite in porn if you wanted to, right? Like there's so many things that you can invite in for your own pleasure, just you, first and foremost, so that you can find out what it is that you like, what you love, and then you can share that with your partner, and then that brings a heightened sexual experience to the table that you may have never experienced before. Plus, you'll feel like a badass. You'll feel super hot and really powerful as a woman to be able to express yourself in that kind of way and to be like, yeah, you know what? That doesn't feel good. Let's go here because I know exactly what my body wants and I know exactly what feels good for me. And so I'm going to direct you there. Right. And there's ways in which to do that. You know, I can do I'll do another video on that one. But for now, I just wanted to share this one on the day after Valentine's Day as a way to encourage you to get to your own truth and get to your own level of deep self-love and deep appreciation so that you can appreciate the love and the sex and the romance and all the other stuff that you say you want, whether you're in a relationship now or whether you're single or whatever it is. You know, we all say that we want something, but we've got to become that first. It is who you are being in every moment of every day that dictates the results that you get in your life. Okay. So, you know, I hope that this video has been informative and sexy and helped you out even just a little bit. Please subscribe to this channel so that you will get updated when we release new videos, either my own or the show with Shauna Arthurs. And we are happy to serve you at this high level with, you know, helping you step into your truth and your amazing, amazing, badass self. Thank you.